Part 2. This is now chapter 11. The first thing we're going to focus on is the invisible soldier. Basically, all we have to do is go through this entire level without raising the alarm and without killing no one. Just a heads up, that guy in the middle is part of a morale point, so do not knock him out just yet. The first soldier we're going to get, he's speaking to a guy that is trying to assemble a bomb. Then he gets fed up and walks back down the corridor he came from. He notices the door is unlocked, so he goes to investigate. So feel free to knock him out when he's in the room or out, doesn't matter. Do not go through the alarm door because for some reason they know it's you if you go through the alarm, but if someone else goes through it, everything's hey-okay. Also, I'm still working on the turning off the lights. I'm playing on the epic game, so I don't get no achievements. So now head down the stairs. This will be the guy that is part of the morale points. So just follow him behind, making sure you do stay close behind him or else you won't get credit for this point here. Also, there is a key on the table. So once you start speaking, there will be a note just to the left. So since you're in the same room, you're still very close to him. Just listen to the dialogue to get the morale. Once that's done, knock him out and then disable the light. Don't really have to. I just wanted to do it. But anyway, any light source you see, make sure you turn it off to get the 50. I can't remember what the achievement's called now, but I will post it above on the screen at some point. Now for the safe, go directly up to the very tippity top of the stairs, head through the door to find the safe. Alright, so once we get into the next area, first things first is turn off the power directly to the right hand side. Once we have turned this power off, I recommend quickly going outside and go behind this control box and stay to the right side. Stay as far right as possible as you can. Just kiss the wall. Now once we get here, you may get seen by the crane driver or the guy to the left of us, but if you do, all you need to do is just restart the checkpoint. So we need to wait here just for a little bit until the crane driver walks away and the guy to the left doesn't turn around, of course. Making sure you are crouched. Now this part's not too bad either. This one's very simple. You will hear two guards talking to each other walking down the walkway or the path. Just stay behind them. Don't make any noise. The first door you come to, you go inside, and then you'll find two more guards talking to each other about, I think it's about Metro 2033. I don't really recall it because I haven't played it in a long time, but it does ring some sort of bell. Okay, once you have finished talking to these guys, or not talking, but you know, listening to their conversation, wait for it to finish. Also, recommended to wait here. If you leave too soon, this guard here, not facing towards you, he won't walk away from the scene. You need to stay in this room just a bit longer for him to start moving. I mean, it's not a big issue if he doesn't move, because then you have one less enemy to worry about. But once you go into this room here, you will find the key and the note in this sleeping quarters. Now all we're going to do now is do some clear up. We don't really have to clear these guys out. The only reason why I'm doing it is because I want some ammo and I want to turn the lights off. Just because I can get the progress to achievement, even though I'm not in the Steam version of Metro. I'm using Epic. But I'm doing it just for you guys' sake, just so you know, turn the lights off. So the first guy I'm going to take out is the first guy we see entering this sleeping quarters. Making sure you turn the lights off as we go, don't shoot them. Now the next guard we're going to deal with is the one right next to the safe. So go back now where you heard the two guys talking about the Metro 22 incident. At this point in the video I realised, oh yeah, crap, I didn't get the safe yet. So I backtracked. But in this room you'll find the lonely guard, and then you'll find the light that you can turn off and a safe in the same room. From my knowledge, the guy that was originally in here doesn't return back. But just to be safe, I do clear all the guys out. But to be honest, I could have done this without hurting no one. So there's the next guard, turn the light off, and just for the ammo. I think the guy sitting down next to piano is probably the only guy I don't deal with. Because he doesn't move. Yeah, so make sure you press that switch to open this door. I didn't do it on the video. Okay, so now our next morale point is once we leave the area, you'll find another guy on a crane. They'll be moving some chemical around and they'll be complaining about it. So just listen to the dialogue until the guy will get off the crane and walk in this direction. There we go. Easy peasy. Well, that close combat could be avoided, but if you wanted ammo, then go for it. If not, then ignore him and go for the next door. For some reason, this green light doesn't show up for us as we're in light. Not sure why, but it should done. So once you're in the next room, turn the light off by hand. This is the pain in the arse room. Reason why, because we have to listen to the dialogue of the guy doing the system checks. This is so boring, but we have to do it. But the first small bunker area that we're going to go in will house a key on the side here. We need a key for the safe further on down the way. So, yay, time to listen. Stay here and listen until we finish his checks. Now, he does not move. He will not move from that post until you progress forward down the line or down the place. So the only way we can get down there safely is to climb the ladder. I don't think there's any other way you can get down through the area without climbing this ladder. Now once you start moving forward, then the guy should hopefully eventually move his ass to the next one. There's 4 of these he has to do. Now once again, stay here until he finishes and then you move on to the next one. Well, this one's not too bad because you can actually walk around quite a bit down here just to waste some time. So there is some items down below here to the right. And I think there's some down to the left, but I think I could be wrong. Oh no, yeah, sorry, I am wrong. Because if you go left in that sewage pipe, that will lead to a dead end. But if you can gain access to that gun another way, but I will show you eventually. Just not yet. Yeah, so basically for this brow point, you just have to follow him all the way through the checks until eventually he gets to the final one, and after he finishes his last check, they go for a smoke break. Yay, we did it! I think on my recording, this took a good 10 to 15 minutes until after I realised I have to progress up with him. Well, sorry, I have to progress before he does, or else he stays put until you move forward. So jump back into the sewers, and then this is the gun I'm talking about to the left. I think it's a shotgun. Yeah, it's a silenced shotgun. I use this gun quite a lot, the silenced one. Until later on till I find the quad barrel shotgun. Now, note 16 and safe. The note 16 and the safe are in the same place. They're located in the... Is it the communication tower, the thing in the middle? I don't know exactly what it's called that. Anyway, it's in this little communication computer area. You'll find the note on the table right next to the guard smoking, and then you'll find the safe in the same room as well. Now this area is clear. Make sure it's go dark just in case he sees a guy on the floor. Press that button and this will stop one of the fans that you can go through to enter the next area. Oh lovely, this one's quite a fun area to do as well. But as soon as you leave the fan, you will find two Germans or whatever these guys are talking to each other. Listen to the dialogue to finish and then you'll get the morale point. Now go down the ladder and then right next to where the guys were talking you will find your next note. So here comes the interesting part. We need to get a key and then get the key to the safe. The hardest part is getting the key. Alright, so for this next part, we want to drop down and take this guy out. I got impatient. He may move out the way, he may not. I don't know. I just got impatient. I have tried this many times. This person on the floor doesn't get seen. Well, for me, he didn't. And they'll stay to the left side. Now wait here for a little bit. There'll be a guy that comes behind this wooden plank. We can take him out. And now stay behind this wooden plank where the other guy was. And we're going to take out the next guy. Okay, good. We've got 3 guys out the way now in this area. Now we should be able to grab the key quite quickly. So the key is located in the middle, making sure you're crouched. If for some reason you hear like a sound play that you got seen in the distance, don't worry, that will be the guys at the very far end to the right. But you should be gone by then. And then the safe is located on the top level, just to the left. All in all, the key is not that bad to get, it's just all the preparation beforehand is more of a pain. So now this is the final area and you'll get to a part that you'll find 2 guys talking to each other. Once again, finish the dialogue with these guys and you will get the morale.
Ways to keep that damn watch there.
Well, I don't know why I'm telling you this anyway, but anyway, if you happen to kill these guys here, I think you get some bad rep for doing it. And also you don't get the achievement for an invisible predator, whatever it's called.
Stay down, or your brain goes splat. Wait a minute. Artyom, is it you?
I'm very thankful chapter 11's finished. So chapter 12 is pretty damn simple. Basically the entire chapter we're going to get on this car and drive it to the exit. End of story. But along the way there will be parts where we need to get off and go inside some bunkers. So the very first stop will be to the left side, so head inside. As soon as you head inside you should get a morale. Making sure you burn some cobwebs, turn on some lights, grab any money you can, and then get the hell out of there. I don't really know what the morale point was for, but apparently there's one in here. And once again, once you get to the next stop, of course it'll be on the left side and go inside this building. Now in this place here, you will find many spiders. I do mean many. If you haven't got the achievement for making the spiders go belly up, this is your last time to do it on this level. Now there is a lot of spiders, so it'll take a while. Eventually you will get to the power switch. This will give you another morale. Just turn on the power and this will kill all the spiders in this room. Then you can move on to the next one. Now on to the next one. We're going to go back in the car again and of course get back off. This is going to be still on the left side. Now the same as before, nothing's changed here. Just go inside, do what you need to do. I think for this one, all we have to go to is a room to get the morale and then leave. Also, if you still haven't got the spider achievement, there is an infinite amount of spiders down that tunnel. So just feel free to run down the tunnel without your car and go at it. But you probably will die if you don't have backup. But anyway, if you haven't got it, that's another way you can try. So for this next morale point, the correct way to go is to the left to carry on with the story. But if you want to go right and smash through this wall, this will be another morale point. And also it's recommended if you don't have the AK here, there is an AK in this area, make sure to pick it up because we're going to need it to help you along the way for the next achievement coming up soon. Now once you carry on as normal, there will be another path going left or straight on. If you go left, you have to get out the car. You'll find an abandoned train and you'll find a morale point at the very end. Now, just before this next area, we want to jump off before we start pushing that tram in front of us, or the train thing. This will be your last room to search. So you'll find a morale point as soon as you enter. There will be a key and a safe in this area. There's about 3 to 4 watchmen. There shouldn't be any more than that. But the key and safe are pretty easy to find, not really much explanation needed. Alright, so for the Scram achievement, it's very best to have your assault rifle if you have the assault rifle. Making sure you have the military rounds equipped. Yes, this will be part of your money you're going to use, but it does come in very handy. It's pretty much incendiary rounds. It takes between 2, if not 3 shots max to kill a watchman, sometimes 1. And it should be very easy with the military rounds. If not, then you have to shoot many more bullets with regular ammo. At this point in the video, I really thought I had the military grade rounds on. I didn't realise I didn't. So at this moment, very, very close now, you're going to see the watchmen touch my vehicle. As soon as they touch the vehicle, then it's game over. And as far as I know, it's never happened to me yet, but the watchmen shouldn't attack you because we're not pushing the cable car anymore. So the next morale point, it will be to the left, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. And then also I believe in this same room there will be a note. Oh no, sorry, there's not. My bad, nope. Ignore what I said, just go in this room, there will be just a morale. And some ammo and some health. Ignore what I said there. Now the next one will be the note. Right, eventually we get to another drop-off point. This will be to the right this time. And I believe, if I'm right in remembering, this is the last drop-off point that we need to go to. There should be no more drop-off points. So once we go inside, you will get attacked by watchmen. I think there's about 4 in here, and then I think 2 to 4 more ambush you from behind. But to get the morale point, all we need to do is get to the very end of this tunnel, and you'll find the note as well. I think there's a morale point in here, but I know there's a note. 100% I know there's a note in here. Or else I wouldn't be showing a video otherwise. Chapter 13, all we need to do is do a 180 and go back where we came from, ever so slightly, and then we'll find the next morale. Some of these morales, I don't really understand why is it positive thing, finding the dead body. I just don't understand that.
Stand still or we shoot. We're armed. We are armed.
I thought like a good morale means you've done something good. Finding the dead body is not good.
I don't recognize the uniform.
But anyway, moving on. Once we go through the wall, we'll be greeted by many people in front of us. There are survivors from the Red Line, I believe.
From the Red Line. I'm in charge here, basically. No, there's nobody under my command.
Then all we need to do is listen to the dialogue that they give us. It takes about a good 5 to 7 minutes, but eventually we will get the morale.
So I have some weapons.
Right, the next thing, we're going to carry on now. Of course, I've already cleared out the area. But if you go down here ever so slightly, you'll hear a woman say, "Please let me go." And the first door we see on the right, that's where we need to go to. You'll find 2 bandits about to rape a lady, and then we have to deal with them before that happens.
Enough of your whining. Nobody's coming. Well, brat.
So this I can understand being a good morale. Anyway, we've done that. We saved the lady. And then that's it. Now eventually we'll find another, I think this is the 2nd or 3rd hostage we found. But anyway, you go through a very highly radiated area that we need the vehicle to progress forward. As soon as we leave that area, there'll be another walkway to the right. in this, not really walkway, is it? But in this lavatory area, you'll find a note just to the left of the toilet. In the next area, there is quite a few bad guys, so feel free to either use stealth or just kill them all. For the video's purpose, I killed them all. As far as I know, there's no bad of doing this, but if you want to save some ammo, then don't kill them. But as soon as you enter this area, go up the stairs to the left and go into the train. The first train cart to the left as well will be a key. And then once you run down this long corridor, you will find many lights that you can turn off. So feel free to do that along the way, and then you'll find the safe room. And now move on down the train tracks again. So at this point now, the way to go is to the right. That's the correct way, the death sign. But ignore that for now and go down the dead end to the left. We'll find the missing survivors that are dead, and then you'll get a morale. Commander achievement. I don't know if this achievement's meant to be for the entire level or just a specific area. But anyway, once we go into the danger zone, where we meant to go, there will be a wall directly in front of you. You need to smash through that with your vehicle to end the level. But before that, we want to go inside this doorway to the right. Once we enter the doorway, you should hear some screaming. And then in this area, we have to rescue the woman or save the woman without raising the alarm. We can kill people, we just can't raise the alarm. So basically, there's not much for me to talk about. There is a note in here as well next to a dead hostage. But that's very easy to find in this area, not really hidden. But yeah, make sure you turn your lights off to gain some more progress towards the achievement. And then I'll see you in chapter 14. Chapter 14, very, very small level. As soon as we get on the boat with our little friend, there will be a note, and this will be number 21, and then the very final morale point is given to us once we reach the very end of the level. Nothing fancy, but that's it for this level. Chapter 15. Once we get off the boat, there will be another boat with some money on it. Do not try to steal this guy's money because it will give you a negative morale. I tried. He tells you to fuck off, so I'm not even going to try and steal it because I definitely know that's going to be a negative morale if the money goes from that place. So on the positive side, let's do a positive morale. So from the starting location, just keep going left. You will find a homeless guy. He will say, can you give him some money? You can give him as much money as you want. Just give him one and then move on your way. Now go to the other side. You will find some more homeless people. You'll find 2 children messing with the wall. This is when you know in the right place. And then you'll find another homeless guy who wearing a black jacket. He didn't look like a homeless type to me, but he is. Now note 22. So head up these stairs and you will find your little friend. Can't remember what his name is, but right next to his office or the desk there will be a note. Now this morale point is going to be a negative, but we're also going to get the achievement called Cheers. So the negative will turn into a positive, just give it time. So go to the bar and drink 3 times. You will get the achievement called Cheers once you drank all 3. Just give you a heads up, this will be a negative morale if you drink in all 3 shots. Hopefully it doesn't impact me to my good ending, but I've been doing quite good so far. Or else you won't see this video anyway, if I didn't get a good ending. So after the 3 shots, you will pass out and you'll throw the glass or the cup at the guy. And then now you need to go back to the pub or the bar. Now once you come back, now to get a positive morale back, we want to give this guy 100 military grade rounds of ammo. There we go. He's very happy now. So you turned it into a negative to a positive, even though you wrecked his place, but you gave him 100. Now for the achievement reunion, we got to find this little kid's teddy bear. The only place we can get that is at the firing range. And the firing range is not that difficult to get a winning prize. It's very easy to shoot rats and that's basically it. Well, actually, sorry. You got to shoot rats in the allotted time to get the prize. You got to do this 3 times, I believe. So the first round's done. Go speak to the guy and then he says double or nothing. So the money you spent at the bar, you're getting it back at the shooting range. Then on the 3rd one, we'll get our teddy bear. And you have almost made your money back from the bar incident as well. Now head down and head directly straight. The screen does change a bit just because I turned the light off. But just head straight once you get the teddy bear. You'll find a kid crying and then give him the teddy bear to get another positive morale. Now note number 3, we have to go into the brothel. So once inside, we want to go down to the bottom floor and head directly straight. You'll find this note on top of a spider's cage area. Alright, so for this part, this one's quite easy. I'm surprised there is a morale for this. I thought there wasn't going to be when I attempted it to be quiet. So to get this morale, we need to go through this entire area. We can't kill no one, knock him out, we can't raise no alarm. So basically go through this entire area without no one seeing you. I will shut up now and just follow what I do and you should be a-okay.
You see that guy in the helmet? He gave us a case last time he was here and Keithley sent it off to Oktyabrsky. Said it was full of flyers for the working people. Flyers, my ass. That case.
Just don't think that means you can drink on the job.
So what did they do? What could they do? Crawl like that.
Well, once you got the payment, the hell you're looking for. I told Nadia to get her a picture, but she didn't.
It's just started condensing.
You make sure nobody opened the building.
We had a deal. Besides, who needs your flyers? We got them to Oktyabrskaya, went right back. Ah, factory made. Real deal. Still smell the oil.
I heard the freak show came to Oktyabrskaya. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't they have a new freak? Now small, black skin, nothing but bones and eyes, and that feeling in your belly that if you don't stop looking at it, you black out.
Drop your weapon, kid. Hands behind your head.
On to chapter 16. So chapter 16 is only this area. Not that big. And not too small either. So the first note is going to be once we end the gas station. So that will be near enough in the middle of the level. Just slightly off to the left. And that will be note number 24. Alright, so there will be achievement, so not achievement, sorry, there will be a positive morale for finding every location in this area. Not in the gas station, but in the entire level. So with my magical artist skills, you're going to see a little quick map I made. Pause the video now to see. So basically, where we spawn, we're going to go left, up, and then right through the middle. If that makes any sense to you. And then once we reach the end, we will get the morale. So chapter 17, Nightfall. For this one, there's going to be some trap mines that we need to cut. I think there's a achievement for this as well. But we've got to do this. I don't know how many times we've got to cut a cable though, but I believe there is an achievement for it as well. But as soon as we go through the door, there will be an assault rifle with some throwing knives and an audio tape playing to try and trap you, and then there'll be a note on the floor. Now, morale point. I don't know if this is a positive or a negative because I didn't do it properly. But for me, like I said before in the first video, the morale and negative, they look the damn same. But as soon as you go upstairs, you'll find two of these. I don't think they're watchmen. They're probably baby watchmen, but they're not a full-grown watchman. But you will get a morale point for that anyway. Chapter 18, as soon as we start, head down the stairs and go into the catacombs. Making sure we turn the lights off along the way. Just so we can get some more progress towards the achievement. Now in this area, it is recommended to stay, I would say, near enough on top of this recorder. If you go too far away, it won't recognize that you are near and you won't get the morale for it. The next morale point. Once we go into the dark tunnels, and eventually your flashlight will be disabled momentarily. Now keep going through and you'll find that there's some ghosts walking around here. As soon as you see them, walk forward ever so slightly and you get a very short scene of these ghosts right in front of you, and then watch them to see what happens. Fuck all really, but you'll get the morale. And now not too far ahead from the last location, once we get to this part, you'll hopefully hear before you get here some howling by the watchman. When you hear that, be very careful as you move forward. Do not shoot these guys because you will get a negative, but just stand here and watch them until they all go away and you'll get a positive morale for it. And now go the way they came from, is to the right side, and go all the way to the bottom, and once again you will get another positive morale for entering a new place. Now once you have dealt with all the watchmen in this area, your next morale point is located on the left side of this area. There will be a body holding a, I don't know what the gun's called exactly, but it has a quad barrel shotgun. So basically, you know your shotgun now, if you right click it does a double barrel, or left click it does a single, but this one does a double barrel for the left click and a quad barrel on the right. Chapter 19. The first morale point is located once you hear the two guards speaking. You need to go down there quickly before they finish the job entirely. They will do the first shooting, but then they'll find one guy remaining alive still, or just barely. You need to save that guy before he dies. Alright, so for the next morale, you need to listen to the guy that's almost dying. He will tell you about the Reds and whatnot. Okay, I'm going to move on just slightly now. I'm not 100% sure that I've got all the morale here on this level. I have a feeling that I have to do this entire level without raising the alarm or killing anyone. Unless I just can't kill no one, because there's a bit here where we got to save Anna. And I'm convinced that there's a morale for reaching Anna without killing anyone. And I haven't managed to get there yet without killing no one. Because you can't run, you'll die. You can't melee, you'll die. So I'm not too sure if I missed one or not. But I'm hope to God I still get a good ending. But I don't know though if I will get a good ending just because I've been chapter selecting. Because if I miss something, I replay the level again to get it more clearer for the recording. But anyway, I'm rambling on. So in this next area, it's recommended to go to the first doorway, not the second doorway. So this will be the part where you see the guy moving boxes. There's a guy doing some inventory to the left and the guy trying to push a box. But in the back room, you'll find an abandoned tunnel. Be careful of the tripwire. So make sure you cut that. And then down in the water section, you will find an ammo box next to a bag. This will be a morale point. Now move on to the next location.
So what he's got in his pockets? No bullets? Ah, shit.
And now once we go through this door, the first thing we want to do, not quickly, just in general, just go to the underground section. So go through the hole. Making sure you're staying crouched because we can't raise any alarms here. Because if you do, then the morale point is gone.
What do we have here?
So once we get to the end, if you pop your head up, you will find that there's a guard talking to his captain that has a bullet wound. And then he needs to die. So basically watch this entirely until he dies.
Your way then, Captain.
And then I done it. Morale point. Now there isn't no more morale now here, so we can deal with this guy. There is a key though, and a note and a safe in this section, but not yet.
Good job, everyone. The next task is cleaning the second sector of the station. Go! Yes, sir.
Hey, what the? Well, it was just my imagination after all.
Going incendiary! Come on, take it! It was much combination. What? You can break one thing before?
So this next note is located in the second train cart, so the second floor train cart, and I believe it's the middle one. I think there's 3 in total, so it should be the second one in. And also, it's not like this train cart is missable. You have to literally go in it to proceed on with the story. So before we go through this cart entirely, pick up the note number 26. And as you see, there's no guards here because I killed them all. So drop down into this box here to get the key, and then the safe is located directly above you right now. But we have to get there again. Yeah, so please tell me how you're going to grab the key and do the safe without getting seen by anything. I don't think you can do that. I don't even know how to get past this part without getting seen by the guys down below. Because there's 2 guys down here originally before I killed them. If I can make it to this part without getting seen, then I can do the rest of it silent. It's just them 2 guards that really mess me up. Okay, so there is, I'm going to say there is a possibility of 3 morale points, but I only get 2 of them. Because I'm still convinced there is one just before we get to Anna, before we enter the door. But anyway, the first morale point is once we get into the new area, go to the 2nd floor, we will find an officer talking to his diary that is recording, and then just stay in this corner until you get the morale point. I did speed this up quite a bit as well, but this area is very easy to maneuver around without getting seen. So as you see there's 2 people throwing a body in. Just wait behind this guy until that guy to the right on the opposite of the fire goes away. So knock him out. There'll be 2 guards here, one to the left. That's pretty easy to find. And then the next one will walk towards the next door and look away from you conveniently. Knock him out and move on. So now this part we don't have to deal with anyone here. So there'll be 2 guards here in total. That one walks away. And there'll be 2 guards here. Don't worry, they won't see you. Just ignore them. And then for some reason, this room is very loud, and you can knock them 2 guards out freely. Now at this part, at this particular part, do not shoot him. When he asks you to take your gas mask off, do that and you'll get a positive. And that is it for chapter 19.
Why did you do that? Hurry!
Chapter 20, the last chapter for this video. Once you go through the first and only quarantine section where you get sprayed down, you will find your note number 27 located just to the right before we enter the next area. And the next morale is in this next area. I believe this is called the quarantine area, where there's no one in this area apart from guards. But for a positive morale, apparently we're going to steal some money. So that's a positive apparently for this thing. So there's only 4 bunch of monies. The first one, once the door closes, go back up the stairs and gain the money here. Now go towards the sink just to the right side. Will be in, well, all these monies are inside a train. Also another one that I don't know if I'm 100% convinced that I've got all the morale. I went to every single bit of dialogue possible I can actually see. There's no point telling me that I've probably missed this. I've probably done it already. There's one with the gas mask doctor talking about children or something. There's one acting like he's poorly. I didn't get nothing there. So I don't know if there is any more or anything else. But anyway, the next morale, once you got all the monies, you will see your friend again from chapter 2 or chapter 1, wherever it was. Then to the left here, you'll see this guy begging. After the begging has finished and he walks away all sad, just interact with him, give him 1 money or give him some money and you'll get a morale point. It just seems odd for me that there's not many morale points on this level, and this level kind of acts like Act 15, so it's like a safe haven type level where nothing really happens much, just conversation and loads of dialogue to go through. I'm just odd that I didn't get much morale points in this level.
I can't buy it. Everything we have is at home. Could you help me, please? Thank you.
And there we go.
Forever in your debt.
If for some reason he doesn't speak to you, make sure you just go right up in his business. And now for the note 28 is from the last location. Go right, ignore the door to the left that will open eventually. Go to the right and you will find number 28 note.